Welcome to Destination Station. This is my first review of the month of October. I hope you like the new intro. I'm going to do that for the whole month of October. It's a new series called 31 Days of Halloween. Hope you enjoy. This is the first of the series. So let's go ahead and get into the review. Bloodlines, directed by Henry Jacobson and starring Seann William Scott. I didn't really know what to think about this movie whenever I was going into it. I kind of went into it with low expectations. I did see it on some of the streaming services, and I was very interested in seeing it because I had Seann William Scott, and I've never seen Seann William Scott playing a serious role like this. It's definitely not his typecast character like Stifler or anything like that from the American Pie movies or any of his other goofball comedies or anything like that. And you know what? This guy actually proves that he can actually do something different than other than comedies. And this is similar to like what Jim Carrey tried to do earlier years ago whenever he was trying to take like the more drama or like what was that movie that he was in that was kind of like a thriller, like Number 23 or something like that. A lot of comedians are trying to do something like this, and I really think that this is the best step for Seann William Scott to break that typecast character. Seann William Scott's character he's a guidance counselor at a nearby high school, and he hears all these different stories from these students that has had all this trauma going on in their lives. Some of them have been abused, some of them have been sexually assaulted, and he kind of takes matters into his own hands at night. He's kind of like a vigilante, but he's not like Batman. He's more like a Dexter type. You see a lot of homages to Psycho as well in this film. The score in this movie is very similar to like Ryan Gosling's movie Drive, that's got like a very 80s type of tone to it. And the color palette in this film is amazing. I think the cinematography is great. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, that it's produced by Blumhouse, the same guy who did Halloween 2018. So yeah, Blumhouse is killing it lately, and I like some of the risks that they're taking with some of these, unknown directors, and giving them a chance to do something different that we don't normally see and from all these Hollywood movies or anything like that. Like this movie didn't go to theaters. You can see it on different, I don't know if it was like select theaters or what, but and I know a lot of people probably don't know much about this movie, but you can actually rent it or buy it right now on any kind of streaming service that you use. So if you get a chance, just check it out. Seann William Scott plays a character that him and his wife have a newborn baby, and they're struggling with the everyday life of getting lack of sleep and just the struggles of having a newborn. I can kind of relate to that. I've have kids of my own, and yeah, it can be very exhausting sometimes, especially when it's a newborn in the house. And they you see Seann William Scott, that what he does is he sneaks out of the house in the middle of the night whenever his wife is asleep, or he thinks that she's asleep, and goes out and takes matters into his own hands. Now later on in the film, it does kind of go into his backstory, why he does the things that he does, and why he thinks the way that he thinks. And I'm not going to give away any spoilers in this review, because I mean that's the best way to see this movie, because there are a couple of twists later on in the film. One of them I saw coming. The other one kind of surprised me quite a lot. I will have to say that the second act kind of gets a little muddled. It kind of has more slower. I kind of feel like the movie kind of loses its focus a little bit in the middle act, but it does pick up in the third act. Now let's talk about the acting. Seann William Scott's performance isn't very extreme. What he's doing is extreme, but what is showing on his face, he's very blank face. He's not really he's just very kind of soft tone as well. He's just a lot of people might think that he's giving a bad performance, but I honestly don't think it is. I think it fits the character perfectly. There are a couple of characters in this film that aren't the greatest of actors, but it doesn't really take you out of the movie very much. But one coming from the detective in the film, and the other coming, some of the dialogue from his wife was not delivered the best. Not all of it. She did best. I'm sure she's one. I haven't seen her in many things, so I can see that she probably has a lot of room to improve. But This film, the less you know about it, the better your experience is going to be seeing this movie. And it's definitely a horror movie, or a very strong thriller, because this movie gets bloody. It gets really bloody. I can see why this movie probably wouldn't go to theaters in this day and time, but give it a chance if you've been intrigued to see this film. I highly recommend, with this Halloween season coming around, it's gonna at least kick off. It's not like a Halloween movie or anything like that. It's not a Halloween feel or anything like that. It's a good movie to watch this month, for the month of Halloween up to October 31st. So if you do get a chance to watch this movie, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts of the film. If you like this review, let me know. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Destination Station. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna start putting out more content, and if there's something that you would like to see, some horror film, I'm gonna do a lot of horror movies for the month of October. So if there's something that you would want to see, put it in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can get to it. So thank you for watching. I honestly, I almost forgot to rate this movie. Honestly, I would say that this is a B-. This is a B-. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I can see myself watching it again. So take what you want from that. So yeah, if you get a chance, check this movie out. Subscribe to Destination Station. I'll see you on the next review. This is my Halloween special, 31 Days of Halloween.